What's up, YouTube? Charles Takes Flight here, and today I have a UU match versus Rampage0529. I challenged them on Skype, but before we get into the battle and team composition, I do have a couple of announcements to say. I'm going to be a director on HD Poke Cinema that my good buddy Rebel Rights asked me if I wanted to, and I said yes. So I'll leave a link in the description. Go check it out. I'll probably upload there on Sunday or Monday, depends if I have time or not. So yeah, looking at my team, I was looking at Pokemon a while back, and I was really banking on using a Venomoth, and then I was looking at his movesets and everything, and yeah, so it learns Quiver Dance and Baton Pass, and I was thinking, okay, what is a big threat in UU? And I saw Nidoking, and I'm just like, oh, sweet. So this team is mostly focused on Quiver Dancing and Baton Pass out into Nidoking. So yeah, and here I'm going to decide to lead off with Rotom Cut, because I figured that he's probably going to lead off with Empoleon, and that's exactly what he does. So obviously he's not going to stay in, and the thing that does resist my Volt Switch is that Raikou, and yeah, so, obviously he's going to switch out, and he's going to bring in his Mew. Not a problem at all, because, I am going to Volt Switch, and I am Scarf, so I can basically outspeed anything on his team, and he's going to bring in Mew, and his Mew takes it very well, so I'm thinking this is a bulky, calm Mew, so I figured the best thing I could go out into is my Claydol, because it is a special wall. So, yeah. And here, okay, don't bank me on this over prediction, but I was kind of hoping that he would bring in his Empoleon, because if he did, it would kind of make sense, right? But he's gonna bring in his Heracross, which is awesome, because he was predicting the rocks, and that was a horrible prediction. And obviously Mega Horn, so I'm gonna switch out into my Suicune, which is a physical wall with max HP, max defense, and here's gonna Mega Horn. And I was surprisingly shocked at how much this Mega Horn did, because I was really hoping that I could take this much better than I thought I would, but judging by that damage, he is probably Adamant Banded, and that is scary as shit. So here he's gonna switch out, predicting the Scald, but I believe I make a double switch here, and I'm gonna go out to my Arcanine, and seeing that his team really, he has nothing to take a Flare Blitz, and I'm Adamant Choice Banded. Stab, that's going to be very powerful, but here's going to be his Gligar. That's his best option, and his best wall to take a Flare Blitz. But right here, I go for Flare Blitz, and I was thinking, do half, but I get a crit, so I really didn't think it mattered, though, because if that crit took it out, then that means it would do more than half, or about half. So, Flare Blitz, we'll do half, and then I could just outspeed it on the next turn. And yeah, so here I'm gonna stay in, because I really thought that the Claydol switch was kind of obvious, but just makes a safe play. And here I'm gonna bring in my Claydol, and I figured if he has Shadow Ball or Signal Beam, I think they learned Signal Beam, not so sure. But here he shows me Nasty Plot, and that is kind of scary. But I do have a Rotom that is Scarfed, so I'm not really scared of that at the moment. But here he's gonna Shadow Ball, and I was thinking, okay, well, I'm gonna die now, and just bring in my Rotom. But surprisingly, I do live, and I am gonna get off an Ice Beam before I die, which is excellent. So Ice Beam, and unfortunately for him, I get a crit, but it doesn't kill, so it really doesn't make a difference. And he's gonna take me out with another Shadow Ball, so that is my special wall gone, and Raikou can just come in. But I do have my Nidoking, so yeah. And here I'm gonna bring in my Rotom, because Volt Switch out, and yeah, so here he's gonna bring in his Raikou, and thank God he does not have Volt Absorb. And yeah, so Volt Switch, obviously, like I just keep saying, Volt Switch everything, and I believe I do out to my Nidoking because I figured if he wants a hidden power Ice, I can take it, and I can fire off a Earth power. But I'm not going to go for an Earth power. I'm actually just going to bring in my Nidoking here and make a double switch back out into my Rotom, because I knew he was going to bring in his Azelf. So, I'm Scarf, so I can outspeed Azelf and, Volt Switch and get Switch Initiative. So, exactly what I do. And here, I guess he just fodders out his Azelf. But Azelf was kind of a big threat on my team. It could have stopped my Nidoking if I didn't have a Quiver Dance up. But, Volt Switch for the kill. And I'm going to bring in my Venomoth because I figured this is the best opportunity. But here he's going to bring in his Heracross, and I completely forgot that he has Empoleon. So, first thing I do, I'm going to put it to sleep, and I'm going to Quiver Dance next turn. I said I keep forgetting he has Empoleon, and I know he has Roar on Empoleon because, as you can see right here, he's gonna switch out and he's gonna bring Empoleon, and I'm just like, oh, fuck, and I can't sweep right now because he still has Empoleon, and I need to kill this thing before I get to sweep or have an opportunity to bring in Venomoth and start setting up. So here I'm going to predict the Roar, and I'm going to go for Toxic Spikes. And I know it's kind of a weird set, because I have no attacking moves, but it works really well, just in case of these scenarios. They can set up a layer of Toxic Spikes if they Roar, and yeah, so he's going to roar me out into the best thing ever that would get roared into. And yeah, so here I'm gonna predict, something to come in, and I'm bring in my Rotom cut. Gracias, if you guys get it, if you guys are Spanish, but or if you don't have to be Spanish to get it, but yeah. So he's gonna bring in his Mew. I guess that's his best option to take something from my Nidoking. But I am life orbed and modest. Because, I figured, with that speed Quiver Dance, I can outspeed anything, basically. And here I'm going to Volt Switch, because I really can't, touch it. But I'm pretty sure he could live a Leaf Storm, too. And I figured the best thing to take as Psychic or something is my Suicune. And yeah, so he's going to Heal Bell. I'm just like, oh, man, why? But that's fine, because now I can put something to sleep again with my Venomoth. So, I'm not really complaining about that, but he can get poisoned with his Heracross, with my Toxic Spikes. And yeah, so here, I believe I'm going to switch out to predicting some sort of switch. Because I remember I do switch here. And he's going to get poison from the Toxic Spikes, and that is scary as balls because he is Banded and Adamant. And I'm not so sure why I bring in Nidoking, because he could have Psychicked, but I guess I predicted a switch or something. And yeah, so I guess he thought that I would be faster, and I'm pretty sure I would be faster, but I am modest and he is Adamant, and I don't know. But here I guess he predicts my Sludge Wave, because I went for Sludge Wave because I know he has, like, I believe a Flygon. And no, he doesn't have a Flygon, but he has other stuff to take in Earth Power. And I figure, Sludge Wave is the best, move, strongest move. And here I'm going to predict Scald, and he's going to stay in. I guess he, expected the Volt Switch, and unfortunately here, I get a crit, which really sucks, but either way, I would have brought in, something and kill it. But I'm actually going to bring in my Venomoth, predicting the rocks. So, yeah, that crit kind of mattered. So here, bringing Venomoth, and he's going to, rocks. So, I do have my Clado dead, so I can't spin them, but that's fine because I do have my Venomoth at a very good amount of HP where I can live a bunch of rock turns. So here, unfortunately, I'm going to miss my Sleep Powder, and he's going to go for a Roar, and he's going to roar me out into my Suicune, which is kind of bad because we can't do nothing to each other. And, yeah, so here, I was thinking, okay, maybe he's going to bring in a Heracross, predicting my rest. So, I'm just going to go for a Scald, but he's actually going to stay in. and I was hoping for a burn, but I don't get it because, you know, it's me, and I'm Javier, and I don't get a burn on a Scald, so, yeah. And then this Scald does absolutely nothing, and he's gonna roar me out, and bring me out, I think back me, oh, okay, he's gonna bring me back into my, rotom grass, from cut, whatever, from cut, you know, and, yeah, so, Volt Switch here, he's gonna decide to leave it in, which is awesome, because now, I can bring my Venom off, and, you know, put something to sleep, and start sitting up, and that is, you know, awesome. So, you know, the threat that was stopping me from sleeping now is dead, and I'm gonna bring Venom off. Unfortunately, though, he is gonna, you know, scare me out with his Heracross right here, and, you know, he is poisoned, so I can't put him to sleep, and I'm fearing, you know, Stone Edge or something, and, you know, so, Heracross comes in, and I'm just like, oh, fuck. I have to sack out something, and I figured, okay, Suicune is the best option, because I really have no use for it no more, because he has a Raikou and a Mew, and I really can't wall those at all, so, you know, Suicune is the best option. Here, he's going to close combat, and that is obviously going to kill me, because you guys saw how much that Mega Horn did, and I'm bold, so, shit, that is scary, and he has guts, probably, too. Yeah, he's guts, and yeah, so I'm bringing my Scarf Rotom here, and like I said, this Rotom is just being a very pain in the ass for him, and you know, he's gonna bring my Volt Switch here, and he's gonna bring in Raikou, and you know, why wouldn't I go for Volt Switch? And he's gonna get poison, so Volt Switch here, and I'm gonna bring Venom off, because I figured probably live a Thunderbolt, get off a Quiver Dance, then Baton Pass out into Nidoking. So, yeah, here's my plan. Okay, so Venomoth comes in, and I'm just hoping that I can live a T-Bolt from this range, and get off a Quiver Dance, outspeed next turn, and then Baton Pass predicting the Thunderbolt, and, you know, just sweep from there. But here he's going to bring in his, Mew. I guess he thought I was some kind of bulky set, and yeah, here I go for Quiver Dance, and I'm just hoping that he would let me, and yeah, so here I'm gonna go for Baton Pass, and unfortunately though, he does run, so that was a very great game. I really had fun with that match. Unfortunately though, I didn't get a sweep with Nidoking, that's the only bad part, you know, so, hope you guys check out the Poke Cinema, and, you know, like, rate, comment, and subscribe, and bye, guys. Thanks for watching, too. Sorry, I forgot to say that.